Hi community, welcome to yoga class. We're going to do a vinyasa flow together. First we'll start in mountain pose. You can bring your feet together or have your heels hip width distance. Let's take a few deep breaths. Settle in. Big breath in and let it out. Let's move our arms. Inhale and exhale, deep bend in your knees. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. And hands by your side. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Hands by your side. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll stay in this forward fold for just a few breaths. Here you can hold onto your elbows and rock from side to side to let gravity help you fold a little deeper. And I call this the fruit roll up. Let your arms hang like noodles and then push your hips forward. Roll up from your low back, your middle back, your upper back, and your head and your shoulders come up last. Let's build on from that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale. Walk your hands out to your downward dog. First downward dog. Let's just pedal out the legs. Push your hands down through all the corners and edges of your hands. And we'll shift forward into plank. Hold your plank for a few breaths. Push up through your shoulders. And then lower down your knees. Chest, chin, coming into your cobra pose. Lift your fingertips off the ground so you're using your 100% back strength. And then push back into your tabletop. Tuck your toes under for downward facing dog. Pedal out your downward dog. And then walk your hands towards your feet for your forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. And hands by your side. Let's build on from there. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk it out for your downward facing dog. Shift forward, plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, push back, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. And exhale, step it through between your hands. Lower down your left heel, warrior one. Exhale, push your hands back down to the mat. Downward dog, shift forward, lower down. Inhale for cobra. And push back to your downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Lower down your right heel, warrior one. And exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward dog. Shift forward, plank pose, lower down. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands towards your feet for forward fold. Here we're going to do the roll up again. Roll up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And your head, shoulders come up last. Today we're going to explore a few back bends. First things first. Let's go through that flow again and we'll just add on a few things each time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, walk walk your hands out for your downward dog. From your downward dog, shift forward. Lower down knees, chest, chin. And then from here, we're just going to come into a really gentle back bend. Our elbows are on the ground, on the mat. And then just relax your legs. And lower down your head. You can turn your ear off to one side and look the other way. And then push back up, coming through tabletop. Push up into your downward dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Lower down your left heel. Warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, down. Downward dog, shift forward, plank pose. Lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And exhale, push back down. Left leg, lift it high. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Lower down your back heel, warrior one. And exhale, hands to the mat, step back down. Shift forward, plank, lower knees, chest, chin. And we're coming back into that gentle back bend. Let your elbows be right underneath your shoulders. And just relax your legs here. An option here to push yourself into dolphin. Bring your hands to the corners of your mat. And then from here, we're just going to push ourselves back to our tabletop. And we'll just take a few cat-cow movements. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, fold. A few more times on your own. Follow the rhythm of your own breath. And from here, walk your hands out, just one pace. Tuck your toes back in your downward facing dog. All right, walk your hands towards your feet, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. We're going to do a few side stretches. So interlace your hands, release your pointer finger, cross your thumbs. Hands by your side. We'll take a few side stretches, and then we'll take a deep breath in and side stretch to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Take a few breaths here. And inhale, center. And then look up at your hands and see if you can just let your head rock back between your shoulders and just look at your hands. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Walk your hands out for your downward dog. Shift forward, plank, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale for your cobra or up dog. Exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. Walk your hands towards your feet. And we're coming in here to a little bit of a squat, switching it up. And we're just going to do a little bit of twisting. So pressing your left hand into the mat, look over your right shoulder. And now press your right hand into the mat and look over your left shoulder. From here, we'll come to sitting. So here you can either sit on your ankles, or for some of us, it might feel more comfortable to sit between your feet. And we're just gonna sit on back into wherever our back bend is for today. Lift your heart, walk your hands back, and then maybe you leave your head up using neck muscles, or it might feel comfortable to let your head rock back. Take a few deep breaths here. And then we're coming into child's pose. Sit on your ankles. If you cannot sit on your ankles today, put a pillow under your hips and be supported by the pillow. And then walk your hands out. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Walk your hands over towards the left. Walk your hands back to center. Walk your hands to the right. And walk your hands back to center. And coming back, standing on your knees. We're going to take a few lunges here, so it might feel better to pad the knees by folding your mat under, or you can also use a towel or blanket, anything to help your knees out. It really feels better for me. And we'll just take a step forward with our left leg. Think ankle under knee, knee under ankle, untuck your back toes. And then we're gonna try that baby back bend again. Interlace all fingers, release your index fingers and cross your thumbs, and then just look up at your hands. And if you lose your balance, no need to worry. You might want to just take a wider stance. But wherever your knee's pointing, your toes are pointing. All right, and we'll come back to center. Take a few cat-cows here. And then we'll take a big step forward here with our right foot, heel under our ankle, under our knee. And then option here to take the hand bind or to maybe just cross the thumbs. And look up at your hands. Push your hips forward and keep breathing. And coming out of that, we'll come back into a few cat-cows. And then like a little side-to-side movement here. And we'll push back into our downward dog. From your downward dog, walk your hands towards your feet, forward fold. And then slowly fruit roll up all the way to the top. Head and shoulders come up last. Mountain pose. Take a few breaths in mountain. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands out towards the top of your mat. Shift forward, plank pose, lower down, knees, chest, chin. And then we're coming back into that gentle back bend. Elbows right underneath your shoulders. Be here for a few breaths. And then from here, push yourself back to your child's pose. A few breaths in child's pose. And then coming up to standing on your knees. And this is the one we've been working up to. We're going to work on a modified camel. So here I'm standing on my knees. My knees are right under my hips. And then I'm just gonna put my hands, like I've got my hands in my back pockets, and my hands are supporting my low back. And then I'm just gonna look up and just stay here. Or you might decide to come down a little deeper. Tighten your glutes to support your low back, and just explore this area. Make sure you're still breathing. And then when you're ready, come back to sitting on your ankles. Take a few deep breaths here. And we'll come to laying on our back. Let your legs be long, arms long by your side. Take a few deep breaths here. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And then place your feet on the mat or coming into a reclining twist. Let your knees rock to the left. And then option here to put a block between your knees. You can also choose to look towards over your right shoulder if that feels okay in your neck. Coming back to center, rock your knees to the right. Again, it might not feel the same on this side because we're not symmetrical beings. Option to look over your left shoulder. And back to center. Let your knees windshield wiper from side to side. Maybe make a silly face. And let your legs stretch out long, arms stretch out long. We're coming into our rest pose. This is our special time to rest after we've opened up different parts of our body and relaxed. Now we get to really practice resting. If any thoughts are coming to you, just try to focus on what it feels like to lay on the ground. What does it feel like to be in this space here and now? When you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can roll onto one side in a fetal position. And then when you're ready, you can use your arm strength to push yourself back up. I'm so glad we could do yoga together. I hope this helps. Thank you.